And on the news tonight, Christians charged to exhibit Christ-like virtues. Kano State government approves $8.2 billion for project execution. Thousands of Egyptians gather to protest against Donald Trump's proposal. A very good evening to you and a warm welcome to Salt Television Evening News. And now the news in detail. My name is Angela Ekuma. The Assistant Chaplain, Government House Chapel, Reverend Father Fidelis Eze, has called on Christians to emulate the humility and patience exhibited by Jesus Christ as guiding virtues in their daily lives. Father Eze made a call during a church service at Government House Chapel or to the Centenary City, Abakaliki, to commemorate the feast of the presentation of the child Jesus at the temple. Government House correspondent Osondo Nguta completes the report.
The commemoration of the feast of the presentation of infant Jesus by his parents, Mary and Joseph, at the temple in Jerusalem was in fulfillment of the Jewish law. Reverend Father Eze, who explained that the event symbolized the sacredness of Jesus, acknowledgement of his divine mission, and his humble beginnings, emphasized the importance of humility in the life of Christians, noted that Jesus, the Son of God, choosing to enter the world in a most humble of circumstances, and to live among people, teaches Christians that true greatness.
Even though he was the creator of the universe and the owner of everything that it contains, when he came into the world, it would have been so easy for him to have come from the family of kings, the family of the wealthy, but he chose to come from the family of the poorest of the people. He came to identify with us. Hebrews chapter 1 tells us that Christ, in our own time, God in our own time, came in our own flesh. And Philippians chapter 2 verse 6 says, even though he was in the form of man, he humbled himself and took the form of man. Not just any man, but the lowliest of men. Whatever you might be passing through today, just know that Christ is identifying with you in that situation.
Father Eze also highlighted how Jesus exhibited patience throughout his life, particularly during challenging times, urged believers to cultivate patience in their own lives, especially when faced with trials and uncertainties.
Because we are always in a hurry, sometimes it translates into our spiritual life. We are in a hurry to make it. We are in a hurry for our prayer to be answered, for God's promise to our life to come to fulfillment. And when it doesn't happen so quick, we become disillusioned with God and with everything spiritual. Most of the time, it ends in disaster. And most of the time, we use our own hand to block the blessing of God in our lives because of our impatience. Let us not be so stubborn in asking for little things and sticking and insisting that it must be done in our own way and at our own time. Let us rather key into the plan of the infinite and mighty God and be patient until his plan for us materializes.
The priest shared various passages from the scripture, reinforcing the idea that true fulfillment comes from trusting in God's plan rather than rushing to fulfill one's desire. Urge Christians to embrace patience and faith in God's timing and to resist temptation to cut corners in their lives, as God's timing is perfect. Osondo Nguta, Salt TV.
The banking community in Ebonyi State has bestowed an award of Most Supportive Wife of the Governor in Nigeria to the wife of the state governor, Mrs. Uzamaka Nwifuru. The 2024 dinner award night with the theme, Digital Trust in Banking, the Foundation of a Secure and Resilient Financial System, organized by the Abakaliki Bankers Committee, was held at the Meritona Hotel, Abakaliki. Government House correspondent Pauline Wanerenwe has details.
As a saying goes, all works no play makes Jack a dull boy, could be attributed to the yearly concluded award and dancing competition organized by the banking community in the state. Stating that the honor done to her would spur her for more works to humanity, the wife of the state governor, Mrs. Uzamaka Nwifuru, commended the banking sector for its socio-economic growth and development through small-scale and medium enterprises (SME). Mrs. Nwifuru promised that the state government would work with the banking community to create enabling environment for future development of the citizenry. She encouraged them to work assiduously towards the numerous challenges faced by the banking industry to build trust.
While we celebrate today, we must also look forward to the future. As technology continues to reshape the way we interact with finance services, we must embrace these changes, ensuring that our institutions are able to meet the needs of our ever-evolved society. The future is digital, and our banking institutions must remain at the forefront of innovation and services delivery to ensure that no one is left behind.
The chairman of the occasion and Assistant Director, Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN), Mr. Daniel Ogbuogu, who presented the award to Mrs. Nwifuru, said she was recognized for her numerous and supportive contributions to the banking sector.
We want to present this award to you as the best supportive first lady. Congratulations.
Was awarded the Most Outstanding Bank of the Year, UBA, the Best in Customer Service and Complaints Resolution. Access Bank was given the Best Available Cash on ATM, and the Best SME Transaction went to Fidelity Bank. There was a lecture on digital trust in banking by Dr. Mrs. Ngozi Ogbuogu. Pauline Nwanerenwe, Salt TV News.
In demonstration of his unwavering commitment to the development of the state, Governor Francis Nwifuru embarked on an extensive inspection of ongoing projects in some part of the state with the aim of assessing the level of projects and ensure that all works are carried out in line with his administration's strategic goals for community upliftment and infrastructural growth. The report.
Some project sites visited were Eziolo Iyonu Ezaigu Road, housing estate for civil servant at Ochudo Centenary City along Abakaleke Afikwe Road, Vanco Junction Flyover and Tunnel, among others. Governor Nwifuru, who expressed satisfaction with the quality of work observed across various sites, acknowledged the dedication of contractors and the labor force involved. He, however, issued a firm reminder on adhering strictly to the terms of contract agreement to bring government plans to fruition. At Eziolo Iyonu Ezaigu Road project site, which is on concrete pavement, the governor was warmly received by workers and local community as they chanted solidarity songs in appreciation for what he was doing in the state, especially for the road, which is expected to enhance connectivity and ease of transportation for residents of the area. At the housing estate project site, designated for civil servants of the state, the governor presented a cash donation of 500,000 naira to one of the laborers, Mr. Kingsley Ogbonna. The gesture was to enable him resume his educational pursuit, noting that investment in the youth is investment in the future of the state, and encouraged others to pursue their educational aspirations despite life challenges.
I promise him with this that he gave to me, anyhow that he reach, I will come back and show him that the boy that he helped at a place that didn't Sokaway is doing well with the money that he gave to me.
He also extended similar gesture to other workers at the project site with undisclosed cash gifts in acknowledgement of their hard work and dedication. The inspection serves not only as a testament of progress being made under Governor Nwifuru's administration, but also highlighted his approach to leadership, one of compassion, accountability, and unwavering dedication to the people he serves. Osondo Nguta, Salt TV News.
The Ebonyi State Poultry Farm in Kaliki has started operation in earnest. This was observed when EBBC crew visited the premises of the establishment to ascertain its operational readiness. The report.
During a tour of the place, the crew discovered that the farm has 4 functional pens where layers and broilers are kept. Also witnessed is the ongoing construction of more structures, which the guy said was to aid quantitative and qualitative growth of the establishment and enhance output for Ebonyi and neighboring states. The supervisor livestock unit in the farm, Mr. Agamankan, said the farm's 4 pens were constructed to ensure that the birds remained healthy to guarantee their usefulness to nutritional or other dietary needs of the general public.
It's reflecting in the sense that those that are coming to buy are not complaining of they've seen that government have subsidized the price to the point that everybody coming in, whether you need 1 crate or 2 crate or whatever amount of you need, you get them.
Mr. Nkama commended the state governor, Chief Francis Wifru, saying that the revitalization of the farm, which has been dormant for many years, has opened avenue not only for nutritional and dietary needs of the people, but has created opportunities for employment, especially youth in the state.
Yeah, I know you did this on interest of Ebonyans, especially Ebonyi children who have been lacking in protein intake as a result of this farm not functioning. So with the production of eggs now, Ebonyans are accessing the farm easily. They've been asked to come and buy their eggs at a very cheap rate.
The farm sells their products at cheaper rates and encourages buyers who may want to resell to patronize them as they will open for business. Kamachima, Saw TV News.
You're still watching Seoul Television News. At this point, we'll take a short break. More news after now. Stay with us. You're welcome back. Fire on Saturday, 1st February, destroyed property worth millions of naira at Hatchery Road in Kaliki, opposite the road to Nodo Guest House. The report.
The mysterious fire, which was noticed that afternoon, destroyed a 5-bedroom bungalow and properties. It took the intervention of men of Ebonyi State Fire Service to quench the fire and stop it from completely destroying the edifice or spreading to other nearby buildings. Report says no one was cooking in the building prior to the fire, and power from public power supply has not been on in the area for some time now. An occupant of the house, Mr. Benedict Obonnaya, who was around with his family when the fire was noticed, an occupant of the house, Mr. Benedict Obonnaya, who was around with his family when the fire was noticed and alarm raised, said they cannot explain what really brought about the fire incident, which came to them as a surprise. Mr. Obonnaya called on government and public-spirited individuals to come to their aid as everything was lost to the fire.
All my property, only this bus I wear that is what belongs to me now. But all my property, all my appliances, both my kitchen, everything that I have inside the house, everything, even my wife's document, even my own document, everything that I have labored for over 40 years is gone.
The landlord of the building, Mr. Chijoke Ongele, said he was confused over the cause of the fire incident as he was called out from work that his house was on fire, and before he could come, it had destroyed everything.
I'm totally confused of what. I don't know, just let me call it mysterious. It's just things that nobody can explain. I call it for government to help us to intervene, to build the building and support the people that lost their properties.
One of the firefighters said immediately they received a distress call, they raced to the scene and fought the fire to a standstill, but called on people to always do the needful to avoid fire outbreak.
We discovered that the fire has engulfed the whole building, but we try to stop the fire to avoid further escalation.
Before the arrival of men of the fire service, people around battled the fire in their own little way, especially as there is cluster of buildings in the area to prevent the fire from spreading to other buildings. Tony Ukwome, Salt TV News.
The Kano State Executive Council, under the leadership of Governor Abba Kaibe Yusuf, has approved 8.2 billion naira for the execution of 15 major projects across the state. The approval was announced in a statement issued by the governor's spokesperson, Sanusi Bature Dawakin Tofa, after deliberations at the 24th Executive Council meeting held at the Kano State Government House. The report.
According to the statement, the funds will be used for various infrastructural, educational and environmental projects aimed at improving Kano State's living standard. A significant portion of the funds, 2.7 billion naira, was allocated for constructing a one-story block of 4 classrooms in each of the 44 local government areas of the state. Another major project includes the cost review of the dualization of key routes, including the Government House roundabout to Lodge Road, Race Course Road, and Daula Hotel roundabout. This project, which also covers Nasarawa Hospital Road, Dawaki Road, and Lugard Road, will cost 2.3 billion naira.
Thousands of Egyptians gathered in front of Rafah crossing to protest against U.S. President Donald Trump's proposal that Palestinians from the war-torn Gaza Strip be moved to neighboring Egypt and Jordan. Protesters waved Egyptian and Palestinian flags and said they were in favor of an independent Palestinian state. The report.
Not clear if Trump could force Egypt or Jordan to agree, but he has, in his first days in office and on campaign, hefty tariffs against American allies to get his way. Such a drastic displacement of people would openly contradict Palestinian identity and deep connection to Gaza.
And that's the news, but before we go, the recap of our major stories. The Assistant Chaplain Government House Chapel, Reverend Father Fidelis Eze, has called on Christians to emulate the humility and patience exhibited by Jesus Christ as guiding virtues in their daily lives. Kano State Government has approved the 8.2 billion naira for the execution of projects across the state. Thousands of Egyptians gathered in front of Rafah to protest against U.S. President Donald Trump's proposal. And that's the news. Many thanks for watching. My name is Angela Ekuma.